Hello everyone, today we're looking at recent regulatory developments across two major regions and how these policy shifts are quietly but powerfully reshaping the green economy.
That's right. So let's start in Europe, where regulation is moving the fastest.
Right. The EU has released one of the largest sustainability reporting laws in the world, the Corporate Sustainability Reporting Directive. Now, under the CSRD, sustainability reporting expands dramatically, from covering around 11,000 companies under the old non-financial reporting directive to now covering over 50,000 companies in the EU and beyond. So companies that were not required to report before are now required to do so. Right, including large EU-based companies and non-EU-based companies, as long as they make at least 150 million euros in the EU market and have significant operations there.
So sustainability reporting isn't optional anymore. It's becoming a condition for market access in regions like the EU, covering emissions, climate risk, human rights, and many more. Next, let's talk about the United States, where regulation has taken a different form. In March 2024, the US Securities and Exchange Commission (SEC) adopted a climate disclosure rule that would have public companies disclose their greenhouse gas emission, climate risk, and even their sustainability impact.
Right, but the interesting thing is that these rules never took effect. They faced intense legal challenges from industry groups and several state attorney generals, so much so that in March 2025, the SEC voted to end its legal backing of the rule, effectively putting federal climate disclosures on hold.
So that means at the federal level, the US has no sustainability reporting system, only regulatory patchwork, yeah?
Precisely. But some states are stepping up though. For example, California has released its own climate disclosure laws, requiring large companies operating in the state to report on their climate risks and emissions, even if they are headquartered elsewhere.
So that means companies are still reporting their sustainability data, not because they must, but because they are pressured to do so. They are pressured by investors, the global market, and by access to regions like the EU, where disclosure under rules like the CSRD is mandatory.
Precisely. So market pressure is doing in the US what regulation does elsewhere.
But without clear federal standards. So companies face uncertainty. They are confused about what to disclose, how to disclose it, and how investors will use this data. And this uncertainty shapes how the US firm compete in the global green economy. So why does all of this matter?
Yes, it matters because sustainability is quietly moving from the sidelines into the core of global business operations. An OECD 2025 report suggests that 91% of global market capitalization now resides within companies that disclose sustainability-related information. This is up from 86% in 2022. So this tells us something important. Most of the world's economic value now resides within companies that are being measured on climate, social impact, and governance, even if regulation does not force them to do so.
And once disclosure becomes law, sustainability stops being branding. It becomes data systems, infrastructure, climate accounting, traceable supply chain, and even risk models that investors will actually price.
Exactly. So far, we've seen the regulatory approach differs across these regions. The EU prioritizes regulation, while the US depends on market pressures. But essentially, their direction is the same. So we see that sustainability is no longer an option. It's now becoming the role of the system.
Yes, there you have it, guys. This has been the TSG Data Desk. Evidence first, impact always.
My name is Agatha Afemike.
And I'm Success. Do well to like, share, and subscribe.
See you all next week.